The Witcher Season 1, Episode 1, titled The End's Beginning. Now, this episode is the start of the brand new Netflix fantasy series that is based on a series of books that got first turned into video games. Now it's a Netflix show. A lot of people are calling this the Game of Thrones replacement, or that is going to feel the hole that Game of Thrones has left after the final season, or during the final season, if you ask certain people. And as a first episode, I always say the first episode is just setting out the groundwork. Like, here's other characters, this is the situation, like, introducing the world. And for a first episode, they do pretty well, a very good job. I mean, what you have are two different stories. You got one is the series plot, and essentially, if this was a movie, it would be 5 minutes of, it's a new show, so I'm trying to remember the names here. But there's a kingdom, and the kingdom's at war, and the kingdom is getting destroyed, and the princess is on the run and needs to find Gwyneth Kardarian, if I'm saying Henry Cavill's character's name right. The Witcher himself, you know, the title character. That would be the first 5 minutes of a movie, and in this they kind of just stretch it out and trying to establish all the relationship that the princess has. Well, at the same time, you got Gwyneth, his story, where we just find out what the Witcher is and what it is, and why people kind of act a certain way when he's around, and kind of feels like there's a like when he walks into a bar, people just immediately want to pull out their swords and start attacking him, or have a certain expectation of what he's going to be. And so, and I mean, his story is essentially he is assigned for a certain quest, a certain mission, a certain task, and it's him doing that task. And that story was quite interesting. Just, you know, there's a scene in the pot, like, in a forest, and there's like two characters talking, and you understand like why this story is needed, or this aspect. It's just establishing the character, develop the character of Gwyneth, and why what are the witches, what do they have, at least ability wise, and all that, and we find out stories and such. But yeah, so far as a well-building first episode, introducing the characters to a brand new audience, this is not a bad introduction. Not a bad introduction at